All right, we're going. I didn't do any posts before this stream. I've been swamped. I
Are
made
we in the shadows?
yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I got like 6 of them up now. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, I got 4. Like, I didn't have anything to eat yet. I'm gonna have this bacon and cheese. But yeah, I didn't do any posts. I meant to because I think it's pretty good too. But
Yeah.
I've also been wanting to go back and edit and get like highlights, especially since we record like video
Hmm.
and get like the funniest parts from like our stream. And it's easier to find those parts because I just find like in the audio where it's just like
Oh
like
yeah,
because everyone's
Yeah.
laughing
dude.
simultaneously.
The whole like recording, going back and finding highlights, like that's like the hardest part. Is like just
Hmm.
keeping up with it.
You almost
Especially
have to
you,
like
because you're using
note it.
like your stream and you're also using like our D&D stuff. So you have like even way more content than I make, and you're on it. So
I
I
don't
commend you for that.
I don't know. I got last night's. I was just so excited when I killed the boss.
I
This
was
like
so jealous of that high.
random boss. I
You
was
texted
like,
me that, and I
Dude,
was
it was
like,
oh.
oh, he
so
felt
cool.
it. He knew.
Well, it's crazy because also most of the time you don't respond at that point at the night. But I'm like, Michael, I killed a boss with only 2 HP left, and you went, what do you mean? It's
Dude,
like
that's
11
Dude,
o'clock at night.
dude, that's
it
the
was
shit I
so
live
cool.
for. That's the
I
shit I
was I
live
was
for.
watching the whole thing and it was insane. Like
I was
that was actually crazy.
because
Oh my
I
gosh.
I did everything wrong. I did
Yeah,
everything wrong.
you did. You did. Honestly, it was really funny because like I was watching that and I was like so Sierra was on the couch and she was like doing her own thing, like watching just like watching TikTok or whatever. And I was like watching you go through and I was like, oh, that's maybe not
Man,
what I would have done there. And then I was like, oh, that spell's like not really good on its own. Like you kind of have to like do other stuff
Hmm.
with it. Like if he's gonna pop that, he needs to like heal or like do other stuff. Oh, he popped a concentration spell and then ran up to the boss to whack him. Oh, okay. Like there was just a lot of those things that I was like, oh, that's very brave. And then like and you just you did it. You know what I mean? Like you just kept
Yeah,
going. And so I was just like, hot damn, like good job, dude. So
because I
um
know what you're talking about with the cleric. Because like I popped the healing thing, but
mhm.
then I'm like, I realized the only attacks that worked on it were bludgeoning. I'm like, I need all my bludgeoning people up
Yeah.
there. Like, we got to get hits in. I didn't know the damn thing had an earthquake.
Yeah, that was man, that was crazy. Dude, that thing was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely crazy.
And so like, and then yeah, it was just like I clicked.
Dude, it
I
was the
tried
coolest thing I've ever seen.
everything. Yeah, I tried everything too. I was like, I probably did the worst execution with my cleric ever. And then the thing's immune to everything. It
Once it's not super heated, it is for
it
sure.
became even when it's superheated, it's still just like immune to so much or highly resistant. Like it's only bludgeoning that works really well. And then I'm like, oh well, let's see if we can raise the platform so I can get some distance. Button does not frickin' work. Lever,
Yeah.
no work. Turned off the lava so I can't superheat it again. Have to turn the lever again. Ridiculous behavior. But
proud of you.
Dude, it was so cool. It was so much fun to watch. I was like, "You're doing it.
it's
You're
like
doing
because
it."
it is a true random encounter when you're just like, I have no idea how to fight this thing at all. It came out of the
Yeah,
lava. It literally, I was like, oh, I'm finally gonna get to make my adamantine weapon. And then freaking Hulk Hogan walked out the damn lava
It was so
chute.
freaking cool.
I was like, why is the animation like that?
uh, why why is it showing me a giant robot? Do I get him? Why is
It's
he why is he here? What is this? And then he
it's
just
like
thump thump.
it's like
So
playing
freaking cool.
Dark Souls and you walk into a random
Yeah.
room and then a giant health bar shows up and the music changes.
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
so yeah, start singing in Latin. You're like, what's going on?
Exactly. Why are we singing in Latin, guys?
What is
This
what
is
is
so
happening?
true.
When you're in Skyrim and
That's
the
so funny.
combat music starts.
Dude, Jim, he sent me that clip, and
Mhm.
because I've tried to tell Jim, Jim's like, "Why do you like to suffer?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just like it."
It's
And
cool.
and then he sends me that clip, and he's like, "I understand," because in that clip, he went, he goes, "Please," and like he hits this crit,
Yeah.
and everything. He told me everything because he goes, he beats it, and he goes. I was
Mhm.
like, that was it. I was like,
Yeah.
he's riding that high. Oh, it was
It
so
was
good.
so funny. And I was in chat like, that's not what that does. You missed an attack. Hey, hasted potion. I was like, potion of speed, you have 3 attacks. And I was just like, I wasn't trying to like light you up or anything. I was just like, I
I
was
didn't
just
think
like,
anything of it.
hey,
I
you
thought
gotta
you
do
were
this.
helping.
Hey, don't forget it. Yeah, I was trying to be helpful, but like
I thought
I
you
was
were
just like, hey, don't forget about this. Hey, remember
yeah.
this spell does this. Hey, you could do this. And then I was just like, I was like, hey, don't forget about this. Oh Jesus. And like, and this guy just he was just like, come here and just like whacking
It's like
you.
you
Oh my
could have
gosh.
done you could have done
It was so
everything
crazy.
right, but when you got 40
Yeah.
HP and this thing hits for like 25 and then knocks everyone prone, I was like,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Why are you in my house?
Please, please leave. And he's like, no, you're in my house.
I couldn't even leave. There was no way out. I literally looked at one point to leave and it was like,
Yeah, you did try. You
you
tried to leave.
can't.
It was
I was-
so funny. He was like, fuck you, come here. It was so freaking funny. Oh my gosh. It's just
scary.
amazing.
Brandon, you're not on the roll 20.
Yeah.
Am I not?
Mm-mm.
I
Oh,
don't see you.
it was like halfway in. Loading 6. Oh, it got frozen at 6. There.
You gotta hit that old Command R.
Yep. I'm on Mac. I had to refresh. Hit the
Yeah,
little
dude.
circle. Oh, you said command. You were right. You're right.
I know.
You right. You right. You right. I know.
I am the troubleshooting master because I've run
You've
into every
successfully
problem
troubleshot like every single one of my weird ass issues. So
and my own.
it's true.
You will be taking my engagement photos.
Maybe
No, you will.
troubleshoot. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Call it, DM.
3, 2, 1, and we're back. All right. So you guys have just made your way to the kingdom. Okay. Okay. Here we are. You are at the Spade Kingdom. Okay. We left. Oh God, I got my tabs out of order. I'm sorry. I'm
All
already
good.
throwing. Look at me being underprepared.
Nah, you're fine.
No such thing.
But we made our way to the Spade Kingdom. It's about 6:30 at night. You guys have just arrived. It's getting to be pretty dark. Um, a guard stops you and asks you what brings you to the kingdom this late.
Sorry, one moment. Let me think of me Lucky Charms. All right. Hello, good sir. We're on official business. This is hooves and hops before ye, and we're here on the sacred mission from our king at the Clover Kingdom. And I'll put my hand out to Bombus, requesting the letter from one of his pouches.
Oh, here you go.
We thank you, dear Bombus. You're a national treasure. And I'll take it from him, and I'll flutter up and hand it to the guard.
He takes it. He sees the seal, opens it. He's like, All right. It says you're looking for a skunk bog.
Yes, and it remains to be seen if that's his real name or not.
No,
Yeah.
I am pretty sure that is his name. None such. Now, my
Yeah.
good guard, do you know where Skunkbog may be so we can get to him urgently?
In fact, I do know where skunk bog is.
Oh, well,
And
that's
the
quite surprising. That's his real name.
Hmm.
here's the problem. He is on the other side of the wall where it's blocked off. And if you look on the map, you can kind of see like the blue line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's on the other side in the poorer side, the south side.
There's nothing wrong with being downtrodden. We do not judge those that have less. We can go there. There's no problem with that.
I you know what? I am not judging them either. I am just doing my job. I hate my job.
You
I'm sorry
sound
to hear that.
like a hater.
If we ever have an opening at Hooves and Hops, you're welcome to apply.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have hooves or can you hop?
You can call me Walks.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, that doesn't start
Hmm.
with an H as a mode of transit. So I'm afraid
Okay.
we'll have to be rejecting your application at this moment. But we'd still appreciate your great help. So why is that area down south? Why would it be blocked off? Or why would it be a problem that's blocked off?
Well, it says in this letter you got here that you're here to find out about the trade routes and the drug called arcane. That side is full of it.
Oh, well, how
We are
convenient.
we are trying to keep that out.
Like, why? Why a wall? My good sir, why a wall as your solution?
Well, we wanted to stop the trading of arcane on this side at least and try and narrow it down to where we can locate the source.
Hmm.
But why can't we go in? We're not trying to get out.
Oh, you can go in. Some fellow guards will meet you there and let you in, but
Well, my good guard,
Okay.
will we be able to leave so we can return to our king with the information that we're going to get?
yeah, after you get inspected, they have to inspect you before you come back into this side.
What is the inspection process? I am incredibly dangerous in all forms. Are they going to have to touch me? I would hate to harm anyone.
They need to check your bag and see if either A, you have arcane, or B, you are on arcane.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That seems reasonable enough. I don't see any big problem with that. Um, I do think that is the direction our investigation will be headed. Um, okay.
Would you?
Well,
I'm so sorry, none
no,
such.
no,
You
no.
can say.
Please go ahead.
I was going to say, would you suggest that we uh go there at night, or does there tend to be more crime during the night, or since you vaulted off, has it been the same continuously throughout the day? Because we're I'm tired. My hopping legs hop no more. Should we stay the night here on this side of town if you think it's worth our while, or do you think we should go ahead and make our way south?
I think you should find Skunk Bog. He's on the other side. He just left, not too far. Um, him and his master, Professor Oak,
Oh,
will surely give you a place to stay.
Professor Oak, what's he professor in?
S-
Oh, he's the one trying to cure the arcane.
Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid he made the arcane.
Sounds like if anyone can do it, he would be able to.
Well,
Truth,
let's not get hasty there. We don't know his credentials neither. Not to say that I'm much more qualified, but
No, none such. You're absolutely more. We are more qualified. We're Who's and Hops. We have an LLC. We established this within the kingdom. We're very professional.
you're
you
right. We
see
do
the
have an
guard
LLC.
just look up and go, LOC.
It stands for Limited Liability Corporation.
I need one of those. Jesus.
Doesn't fall into the typical guard contract. You guys are on a different tax form, but it's okay.
It really does depend, because honestly, you guys might even be better off forming a union. But, well, over in the Clover Kingdom, unions have been squashed since the 70s, ever since the age group that formed them has moved into positions of management and power.
Yeah, it's really not worth it. It just causes more hassles and death. Eventually, it's not good. But really, well, let's get to that wall. Let's get to Skunk Bog.
Yes. Are we clear to pass through into your lovely city that's divided in half because of a drug problem?
Yeah. Quick question. Do y'all
Yes.
let women vote?
Yes,
Yeah.
to my knowledge, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
We love women. We treat them as equals, as far as I'm concerned.
I
Um,
honestly don't think I have ever voted. Ever.
I,
I thought our king just took air. It was like, oh, daddy died. Son takes over.
I mean, that's fair. It is a kingdom. I don't know that we vote. That's
I
a
don't
good
think we
point,
vote in the
honestly.
Feywild either.
Oh yeah, Bombus, have you ever voted for anything?
What's voting?
Exactly.
Oh,
you know what?
Actually,
You guys
the
are
more I
good
think
to
about
go.
this,
Uh,
you know what? I take back what I said. I don't think we do treat women equally. I don't think we treat men equally either.
I think we treat both sexes unequally.
Yeah.
It works out.
Well said, Great Earl. Great. Well said.
I take it you guys aren't from around here, nor have ever been here.
No, we gave you a letter that told us we're absolutely not from here.
Okay, yeah. Watch out for the up down room.
Oh, what? What's the
Oh,
wait,
no.
Micah, man, what is the upstairs room?
Whoop, get going.
Oh,
I have to go back to work as an equal and
Hmm.
not part of hooves and hops.
You are
I
walks.
Yeah, you are Walks, but that's all right, Walks. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and I'm sure we'll see you again if we don't die in the meantime. Um, have a pleasurable rest of your day, and we'll be on our way. And I'll take back the letter.
He hands it back.
I'll take it back, and then I'll hand it off to Bombus to place in his bag.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Bombus.
No,
So-
thank you.
No, I insist. I'm afraid I must.
Okay.
All right then. So, yeah, I'd like to enter this city then.
Yeah, let's go.
He gives you directions to the wall, and he's like, just follow the border wall all the way down, and you'll come to a bridge, which would be right about here.
All righty then.
What does the city look like as we're coming in?
It looks pretty nice. Besides the other half, you can see that they do have electricity here. They see that lights are shining, streets are good. My Discord is freaking out.
I kept hearing it.
I'm sorry. I don't
Popping
even have it
off.
open. But yeah, you can see that they have some street lights there. It's like Thomas Edison era. Like they're not great,
Mhm.
but they're there.
Mm.
All right then. I think that's a good place to begin. Then is just I don't know that we need to make formal introductions with the king here in this city. So perhaps we just make our way beeline straight for Skunkbog.
Great
Oh,
Earl, do you need a bucket of water to soak in before we go?
I soaked before we went on our journey. I'll
Okay.
soak in the morning.
Okay.
But yeah, it
Excellent.
looks like we're right next to water as well. But I appreciate it.
Good looking out, Bumpus. Always keeping an eye on the team.
Bombus, the real hero.
He is the real hero. He's always looking out for us, making sure we're all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna move you guys. I
Okay.
take it y'all just
As we're kind of walking, I None such does want to kind of bring up, just to make sure that we're all on the same page here, um, I wanted to I wanted to briefly discuss the matter of arcane. Um, I know that we're only level 3, and so therefore we've not been out in the wild too terribly much, but we are not, farmers nonetheless. So I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page when it came to narcotics. Um, this drug seems to be a pretty large problem, and I don't. We don't have much evidence in the way of addiction rate or anything like that. But I think it might be all right to come to an agreement of trying to avoid taking it. Would that be amendable to you too, as well?
Everyone, give me a perception check.
Okay.
You bet. Oh God.
I offer a dirty 20.
Oh, that's very good. I offer a 12.
18.
You all hear this thud, more of like a crackle, and you see flickering over the wall.
Uh,
Is that the arcane?
if that is the arcane, then I do believe none such. I will not partake in any arcane.
So arcane, we do not partake.
We do not consume.
Don't eat it.
Yes.
Um,
Like yellow grass. Don't eat it.
I think you can eat yellow grass.
I think it's actually higher in sugar, actually, because it's
Yeah.
in the dormant state. Um, at least we let our horses eat it. Okay, so sorry.
Snow.
So you
That's
said
what
that
I
we
meant.
heard a we heard like a. Oh yes, yes, you're right. Don't eat the yellow snow.
Yeah, don't eat the yellow
Um,
snow.
so you said we heard like a crack and then like something kind of pop.
Yeah,
Um, and
Is
was
there
it like one of the street lamps that exploded, or was it a human?
you couldn't see. You're still on the other side of the wall,
Oh, we just heard something explode.
and
I
like you could see a flash over the
the wall?
over the wall.
How tall is
Before
this wall, by the way?
This wall's like 15 feet.
before we cross, can we take a break? A short one?
Of course,
Of
there's a
course.
number of different shops and things around here. Perhaps we find a park bench and we take a quick rest, or perhaps we find a restaurant to sit down and eat lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you all could take a short rest. It's about 6:37.
Yeah, let's take a short rest.
Yeah, Bombus was a little bloodied.
Yeah, I hit you guys hard last session.
Let's see. Did I get how many spell slots do I have? Oh, not many. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's not good. All right. I will use. Just kidding. Apparently, I don't have that yet. Cool. I was gonna try and use that cleric thing where I can get like spell slots back, but nope, don't have that.
That's okay, none such. I don't have any spell slots either.
Did we take a short rest?
Yeah.
Um, as we're taking a short rest, um, the Great Earl Thunderboar kind of want to look around the street and are there any people around? Because we did come in and around the evening.
You can see people kind of like walking out of the tavern or just walking out of the restaurant.
I kind of the Great Earl Thunderboar, a man of people, would like to kind of gauge how they're feeling with this wall put up, and he's just kind of wanting to get a gauge of how people are feeling as he's watching them wander around their kind of daily life.
Give me an insight check.
I got a dirty 20.
Again,
Damn.
you
He
can
showed up
tell
on deck.
like some people are really concerned about it, and then some are like, "Oh, this is every day of our life now."
I would like to approach someone that looks concerned.
Roll intimidation.
Wait, what?
You want to fail this? They have not seen a frog before.
That's fair. I am a purple frog. I am a menace and I am dangerous. I'm very dangerous. I got a 6.
Okay. So you walk up to a mother and a child,
Okay.
and the child starts to cry.
And I go, oh,
The mom turns around and goes, "Oh, ah." Oh.
my tongue flicks out. I clean my eyeballs real quick.
She like shields the child's eyes.
My dear citizens, I am a part of Hooves and Hops. I am the Hops. The great Earl Thunderboar at your service. We have come here to help investigate the nature of what plagues your city. So what could you tell me of some of your concerns and experiences have been?
I'll make him drink.
That's fair.
Oh. She says, "Well, we actually lived on the other side of the wall as this was just starting. Um, we don't know where it came from, but this gave people magical properties that it's hard to explain. Um, they would take it, and then next thing you know, they would just go crazy and shoot fire, lightning, whatever it is. My husband's just on the other side, and we haven't seen him for a couple weeks."
What is your name, my fair lady and child? She goes, maybe we may be able to find your husband while we are in our own search and investigation of this arcane.
She's a little hesitant to give you her name because you're a talking toad.
Frog.
Her, ooh, that would have been bad to hit a woman. Her name, she says, "My name is Sharon."
Sharon?
Sharon.
Sharon. Sharon, it was lovely meeting you. If you, because you have suffered from this great catastrophe and you have taken the time to listen to me and aid me in my own investigation into what's going on in this city, I will remember you and I will repay this utmost as best I can. So hopefully we can return your city back to the splendor that it can serve, at least even in half its own capacity. And I would shake your hand and say farewell, but I would hate to harm you in any such way with my own outer exterior. So I will just wave and bid you farewell. Tongue comes out, clean the eyeball. I hop away back to the
She,
party.
she speed walks away,
Okay. Smooth operator.
making sure you don't, make sure she gets home safe, you know?
Mm-hmm. She will. I have faith. She's on this side of the wall. I get back to the party and I just go, none such. Bombus. I met the most wonderful woman. And then there was a pretty plain child. Non relevant. But her husband is stuck on the other side of the wall, and she told me that this arcane gave people insane properties magical, fire, electricity, elemental. And then they also go crazy. Their mentality lost into some deep void into their own whatever isn't going on in there. So maybe that's what the crackling was over on the other side of the wall, was some of these madmen or women. and her name was Sharon. But if we do come across Sharon's husband, it may be worth keeping a lookout for. As I thought this was incredibly valuable, and I think it's good, to build those resources in new cities as we kind of are building our name.
Hmm. Um, well, excellent investigating there, Great Earl. I'm a bit concerned that we met Sharon, but we didn't quite get a description or his name, so I'm not really sure how we'll find her husband. Other than saying to nearly every man we meet, "Hello, are you married to a woman named Sharon and have a young child?" Um, I don't know much about the common nomenclature of names, but Sharon might be a normal name, much like none such is in the Feywild. So, um, but that's good investigating, and it's interesting to hear that they gain powers and then they go crazy. Um, it kind of makes you wonder why one of them hasn't tried to knock down the wall yet. It's a curious happenstance, no?
Yeah, I mean, many I do associate magic with intelligence, but maybe it's not the case for all, as many mad wizards go insane. But uh, not enough intellect left in that good old cranium to facilitate any form of problem solving, just destructive in nature.
Interesting. That's an astute conclusion you've come to, Great Earl. Um, Bombus, our dear Bombus, what do you think? Do you think we should just head on in? Do you think we need to prepare a bit more? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, good. Did the rest help you feel a little bit better?
Yeah, I feel much better. Do you guys feel okay?
Yes, I suppose I'm feeling all right. Um, but we are in agreement that if we're going to gain magical powers and then go crazy, we probably shouldn't eat or take any of the drugs.
No drugs.
That's right, kids. Say no to drugs.
Pinky
Um,
promise. And he holds out his pinky.
I'll flutter over and I'll greet his very large centaur pinky with
Hmm.
my tiny little fairy pinky.
I want to fit my little pinky in there.
Wait, be careful.
I
Um,
floated. I floated. I'm so
oh, just
sorry.
like
I got
close,
carried away.
close
Just
by.
close. Just close.
Okay, and we'll go no drugs at
No
the same time.
drugs. No drugs.
No drugs.
Very good, very good. All right. Now that we've pinky promised on that, um, then I think we're ready.
Because you can't break a pinky promise.
That's exactly right, Bombus. That's exactly right. You can't break a pinky promise.
You hear a guard go, "My wife broke it."
Well, if
Your
she's
wife
still
is not
your
a
wife,
member of Hooves and Hops
yeah,
LLC. Speaking of which, we'd like passage into this part of the city.
yeah. Speaking of breaking things, we wanna break open these doors.
Break him open like she broke my heart.
Yeah,
That's about
exactly.
right. That's exactly right.
He doesn't
Wide
even
open.
look. He doesn't even look at the letter. He just lets you go.
Fairy
Thank
fire
you.
is a fine liquor, my man. If you ever come across it, it may do you well.
As you guys are walking through, all you hear is, "Ah!" Starts to cry.
Thank you, my dear broken-hearted friend. We'll keep you in mind the next time we need a good cry. All right, and just gonna flutter on by.
I want
Um,
someone to fix me or kill me.
that's what therapy's for, and I am not licensed, my dear friend. All right. So arriving past the gate, obviously we could see a little bit through the gate, but kind of being on this side of it, kind of mirroring a bit what the Great Earl was doing. I'd like to look about and see, are the people here living in squalor? Is this like mud roads and people are like barely wearing like clothes hanging off of them? Or are these like normal people going about their day who have been isolated? Or are these like people who are clearly tweaking?
You actually don't see a lot of people.
All right.
but you do see that flicker again. And I will.
My detective senses are tingling. I think we should investigate. Whoa, this is a super cool map.
Oh, this is great.
Ooh.
I love this map.
And as you guys enter, you see the flickering come from over here.
Well,
Bombus just starts clip clopping that way.
Yes, I
right.
follow Bombus.
yeah, I'll flutter
Oh,
along and just kind of
Bombus.
keep pace with him.
I say loudly, Bombus, you must
Hmm?
be quiet and discreet. We are on investigation.
Oh, okay. He tries to clip clop quietly.
You hear someone go, "Hello?"
Hello?
Whoa. Hey!
Hello? Oh, shh.
Show me how far you guys get. Hello?
Somebody calls out hello. We shush them. Shh, we're being quiet.
I
Okay.
have no control of my character.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I was just
Amateur
like,
move, guys.
It is.
but I think we probably get like that there, like 20 feet.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm just gonna change it to all players. So
Hello?
Oh.
Shh. Shh. We're investigating. As we're
Okay.
as we're kind of like
You guys should
quietly
be able to
moving
move.
forward, I none such will go, oh, before I forget, and I'm gonna open up my little bag and I'm gonna pull out like the little detective Pikachu hats, like the Sherlock Holmes hats that are like the
Oh,
flap
yeah.
and then the cap and then the
Mhm.
little flap. I'm gonna pull out 3 of them and I'm gonna hand them off to Bombus and to Great Earl, and then put mine on and be like, since we're in investigation mode, I picked some of these up the other day.
Oh,
Oh,
this is
thank you,
There's
Nunsuch.
someone there. Hello?
Shh,
Please
we're
do-
investigating.
Perhaps we should grate them, so they don't think that we're just murderers in an alley.
Oh, I also like to imagine these investigative hats are fairy sized. So Bombus's is
so
like
it's just like on the
so
top.
tiny.
This is acceptable. I was picturing them big enough for like all 3, so he's been carrying around like one, and then like the second one and the third one like inside of them. But I like this better. When they're
Yeah,
all the
we're
same
all wearing-
size.
it's the same size hat. It's all fairy sized.
I like that. I like that way better.
Yeah. Gotta add that to my notes.
You guys, what are
um,
you guys doing?
excuse me, do you have arcane? We're looking for it.
No.
Then why are
Okay.
you my good citizen? We have been told that this side of the wall is
Dude,
arcane heavy. Where are you, my good citizen?
I'm around the corner dragging a body.
Oh, let us come aid you.
Wait, what?
I start flopping. Flip, hop, hop. I would hate for you to throw out your back, my good citizen. You cannot do this adventure alone.
Uh, this guy, yeah, y'all saw some lights, the flickers.
What is that?
Yeah.
That's the body.
Is it flickering?
Give me a perception check.
Excuse me, sir. You wouldn't happen to have a
Oh.
wife and child on the other side of the wall, would you?
Nope, I have a son on this side of the wall. My wife is dead.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I got a 21
Yep.
on my perception.
You see crackling in the fingers of this body.
I look at him dragging by. I go, is that body still alive? My good sir, are you dragging an alive body? He's
Yep, he's
Smart.
alive.
really?
Named Skunk Bog.
Oh, Skunk Bog. I have
Skunk
been
bog.
literally wanting to meet you. First off, is that your government name?
Yep. My son's name is Gunkbog.
Why
Oh,
would you? Why?
well,
Why?
color me surprised and impressed.
Do you do drugs?
Nope, but this guy did.
I want to. I don't believe him. I believe everyone on this side of the wall does arcade.
Um,
Roll insight.
4.
You don't know.
Hmm.
um, Skunkbog, we are of hooves and hops. Were you alerted that we were going to be coming to speak with you?
No.
All right then. Perhaps this will do a better job of explaining things, and I'll hold out my hand for the letter again.
Here you go.
Thank you, dear Bombus, and I'll hand it over to Skunkbog.
He looks at it. He opens it up. I can't read. And he hands it back.
Ah, right. Well, here I'll do my best to read it for you. It says, "Who hooves and does anyone else here know how to read well?"
He starts dragging the body.
I know how to read well, but we can save the letter for another time. Skunk
Yep.
Bog.
Very good. I'll fold
I,
it up and hand it back to
I,
Bombus.
I
Thank you.
immediately want to go and try and help move this body.
Okay, go ahead.
If the body is alive, I do have poisonous skin.
Do you have gloves or anything?
No.
But you got a little hat.
I do have a lot. So it is a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, or they become poisoned.
Okay. He got a 2.
He failed. He takes I think 2d4 damage. That's a 1. And he takes 5 points of poison damage as I start helping move the body. Man, Skunkbog, how long have you been moving bodies for?
He
My
looks at
good
the
sir.
body and he's like, well, that's another one gone. And he just drops it.
What do you mean? Why'd you drop him?
He's dead.
How unfortunate. Do you just leave him here?
Yep.
Okay.
Not my problem anymore.
Well, where were you taking him?
Back to Professor Oak.
Oh, we have heard so much about Professor Oak. We have heard that he is a professor.
Jim, I need you to move your character.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just like, and that you both are trying to find a cure to arcane.
Is anyone else up with
Um,
You're acting mighty suspect. I don't.
uh-huh.
I would have been following along pretty
I'll
closely.
be right here, just trailing behind.
Okay. It's great to know. So out of nowhere, I need everyone to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. I'm great at these,
Are you now?
I think. Sometimes.
Dexterity saving throw. Oh, that is
Oh crap.
that is not
I
my
rolled
forte.
I rolled like ass.
Oh, I did too. Oh boy.
Do I have anything that helps me with my
No, you were helping move a body.
We have inspiration, I think.
Yeah, we
Do
do.
we? Well, how much is our inspiration?
It's a D6.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna use it right now.
Um, it might be worth me using it right now. Mine's pretty. I have a 9. That's probably worth it.
Hmm.
No, I can't. Like, if I roll a 6, that's a 15. Maybe I don't. I'll save it. I'll save it. Okay. I have a 9 total.
9,
I got a 15.
15.
22.
What the heck?
Okay.
Bombus.
Bombus and Nunsuch, you're going to take half damage here.
Hmm.
And this is my own little flavor I'm doing, okay? Okay, I just rolled 2 6s. So, Bombus, Nunsuch, you're going to take 6. Skunk Bog is going to take 12. And then Earl, you're going to take 12.
Of healing?
Nope.
Oh,
Wait, what? I scored higher than none such. What?
I didn't. I got a 9.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Oh, you got a 15? I'm sorry. I thought you said 12.
So I take 6 more.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I take half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bloodied.
bloodied again.
Roll initiative.
What did we see fly at us or
Yeah.
hit us?
You saw a mini fireball.
Oh shit.
Well, ooh. What color was it?
Red.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm allergic.
All right. 15.
15.
10.
22.
Skunk Bog, he got
What is that? Why
a
he looks
9.
so? Why does he look so grumpy?
And then this dude.
You know what this thing looks like? It
6.
looks like when the Saiyans go ape mode
Hmm.
with the tail.
Earl,
The
you are
monkey.
first.
Okay, I see the threat.
Oh yeah, you see it.
He
You
just comes around
felt the threat.
Yeah, what's he look like when he comes around the corner?
He looks like a kobold, man. Just
Really?
yeah,
Pathetic.
but he's juiced. He ooh.
I do believe that I can. What is it? Oh, it's a grung thing. I believe I can jump 50 feet. Your long jump is up to 25 feet. Uh, and your high jump
50?
is up to 15 feet. No, my long jump is 25. It's not 50. My
Oh,
bad.
that's
Jesus.
still pretty
It's
good.
like, Jesus Christ.
50 feet. Holy shit, that's a house.
Standing leap, baby. Um. So, what's my distance
Holy
here?
shit.
I have 35 feet of movement.
Okay.
15,
Doing.
30, 35. Yeah, I'll go right there. Bam. I don't think I'm close enough to attack.
Yeah, you are.
Am I? What's a
Yeah.
kobold? I forget. He actually does look that big to me because I'm small.
I'll say you're close enough to hit.
Okay. I have my monk spear. I whip out my spear. One hand, I'm hopping on like 3 legs. Going. And I'm gonna thrust with my spear.
He screams at you.
That's fine. I got a 17 plus 5.
Okay, that hits. Just barely.
Okay. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
He's great at these. Does a 13 make it?
It does make it.
Yeah, it does.
So he takes 6 piercing damage. And that is...
Attack again.
I can re-roll what I don't have a second attack.
Yeah, you do.
That's at level 5.
Nope.
Yeah?
Do your monk attack. Bonus action.
Really? Monks do
Sure
that?
thing. Martial arts.
Monks are cool.
When you use an attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon, you can make one unarmed strike. Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, monks are
Yeah.
cool.
Let's do it. Yeah. I'm gonna make my unarmed strike as a bonus action.
You can also
Look.
bonus action flurry of blows if you have any key left.
I rolled a natural 1.
He should, because he took a short rest.
Yeah, you have key, dude. What are you doing? Flurry of blows. Do 2 attacks.
Why
Bop,
why
bop.
why would I do that on
GG.
one guy? I
GG.
believe we got this in the bag.
You're absolutely
sandbagging.
correct.
I'm not sandbagging, it's one dude.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Shoop, shoop.
There's 4 of us.
Get in there. Thoop, thoop.
I
You
killed
rolled,
one
a,
by
shoot, shoot,
touching it.
you rolled a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Natural 1, baby.
You're just mucus on your hands. You drop your weapon.
No,
Oh, how much poison damage did you do with your spear?
none, because he succeeded. It's save or suck.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I didn't hear you make him do it. On short rest features, you gotta blow them, man. There's no use going to bed with short rest features still active. You gotta get in there.
Mm-mm.
You gotta get in there.
None such. You are up.
Absolutely not.
Hell yeah.
Twist his dick.
Twist his dick.
Bombus. Bombus.
Twist his dick.
The old dick twist.
In the old dick twist. All right. I am going to I'm gonna channel some power, and I'm gonna grasp my little claw hammer that's on my side, just like a little tool shed hammer, and I'm gonna lift it up and summon another one right behind him, and cast spiritual weapon at the 2nd level.
Okay.
Whoa.
Give him the spiritual bunk.
Give him the bonk, and so I'll summon a much larger version of my spiritual weapon. That's just basically a claw hammer, and I'll go ahead and smack him with that.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay, and it does not benefit from advantage.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20, 13 and 7.
Just barely.
Well, that's lucky. Okay, damage is going to be a D8 and 5. So that is 8 damage.
8 damage. Ooh.
And then for my action, I will need a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, yeah, he's not good at these right now. Okay. He takes a 3.
Okay. He will take another D8 of damage from Toll the Dead. You will hear a soft dong in the background, as though a church bell is ringing in the far distance. Okay. And that is going to be 5 additional damage.
Okay.
I thought it takes a D12.
It does. I am so sorry. Yes, let me re-roll that. Yep.
So
I
one's
literally
throwing.
I said that and then I was like, wait a second. Yeah,
I
it's a
got
D12
you.
if they're missing health. Yes, thank you so much, James. Okay, D12. That is very good. That's 11 points of damage. That is near max.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then that will be it for me.
Bombus, the king.
Bombus.
Get in there, Bombus.
Is there darkness anywhere?
It's nighttime.
Yeah, but
Yeah, there's
there's
street
lights.
lamps everywhere.
So
Yeah.
how lit up is the road?
It's pretty lit up.
Never mind. Okay. Um, I'm going to go here because I need to get in safe rescuing distance for my friends in case they need me.
We need you right now. I heard the bell. I heard the bell.
And then gingerly step over him
Clonk, clonk, clonk.
and I'll just go right here. Excuse me, skunk bog. And I think I got one more. I don't want to hit the Great Earl. And I'm going to take a shot with sharpshooter
Okay.
with my bow as I pull it back very shakily. Hmm, not bad. 19.
That hits.
Okay.
Most humble 19 I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And then, so he will take 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 10 is 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I have another attack because it's my first attack. So I have one extra.
Okay.
What? 11.
Just misses.
Okay. The second one just flies by. Oh, dang it! And I pass my turn. That's it.
Skunk Bog. So Skunk Bog is going to. He go close enough.
As I see the arrow whiz by and it doesn't hit the monster, I go, Bombus, thank you for giving us the opportunity to merely subdue this arcane infected monstrosity.
Yeah, get subdued.
Okay. Skunk Bog will hit. He will. Okay. Just enough. Skunk Bog is going to knock him out.
That's a good call.
So he sees what you all have done. He's been shot with an arrow, got the band hammer. Earl dropped his weapon.
I pick it up real quick. It was all, I didn't mean to do that.
Uh-huh.
It's slimy. I just, like mucus.
So he knocks him out and he goes, Frog, please don't touch this one.
Why?
We got to get him back to Professor Oak
Okay.
to conduct research.
I won't touch him. I won't. You got
Alright.
this.
Horseman,
Huh?
come here.
I stay right where I'm at.
No, Bombus, help the man. We are here to be helpful and of great service.
Oh, okay.
His name's Bombus. He's a gentle soul, and you must call him by his name.
Bombus,
Yes.
I need you to carry this guy. You're big and strong. I know you can do it.
He's not gonna wake up, is he?
No, no. He got the old 1-2 from Skunk Bog here.
Okay. And I'll kind of kneel down on a knee so you guys can like throw him up on my back.
And Skunk Bog raffles through his pockets and he shows you guys a vial. And it's a red vial. And he goes, This is what you all have come here for. This is arcane.
Ooh.
It smells like lavender.
You're not supposed to take it.
We don't get it in your nose, like waft it. But don't.
No, thank you.
So how do the locals utilize this drug? Skunk bug. Like, what's the normal form? Did people mix it in their food? Did they pinky sniff it? Did they? What was?
Start
They
getting
would-
weirdly specific with it. Do they like lick their finger, dip it in, and like rub it on their gums? Do they
Did
like?
they? Yeah. Would
Whatever
they?
they can do to get that quick high, they're gonna do it.
Mm.
All right, follow me. So, as you guys get done here, y'all pick them up. You all take them back to here.
Another great map.
I know.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So
Great.
good.
I gotta give you guys settings. I don't know why these didn't save. I made sure to do this before today.
No, it's all good. You're all good.
As we travel back, I'll keep me claw hammer spiritual weapon out and kind of floating alongside us, just in case we run into another ne'er do well. I'll kind of have it out for a bit of intimidation, and to help our dear Bombus feel comfortable and safe.
Bombus, how do you feel about that?
A little timid, a little nervous around new people, even Skunk Bog, trying to be brave for my friends. And then I asked Nonesuch if he can do any tricks with it, and he like maybe spins it around or like pretends to like balance it on his nose or something, and went from more intimidation to like entertainment.
Hmm. um I'll kind of yeah, I'll happily indulge in all of those things, and then whenever we arrive at Professor Oak's house, I'll just kind of I'll look at the two and say, well, boys, it looks like we've done our work for the evening, and I'll take off my investigator's hat and put it in my bag.
Yes. Oh,
I take mine off too.
I put it in my little one of my pockets, my mini pockets.
All right, Skunk Bug, after you.
And Skunk Bug just knocks on the door and goes, Professor Oak, I have returned. And you see, as the door opens, you see a robot.
What is that? My dear skunk bog. What is that?
Oh, this is Fred.
Fred.
Yeah, Fred.
I thought that was Professor Oak.
No,
For a
that's
moment.
Fred. Fred's the servant. And Fred goes, and he sounds like C3PO. He's like, welcome back, Master Skunkbog. He just nods. And he grabs the body and he hands it to Fred. So, Bombas, you do not have a body on your back.
Hoops and hops, always willing to help.
And you
Moving
hear
bodies, solving crime.
Fred go, Oak, Skunkbog has returned. So, I'm whiffing today, guys.
No, dude, you're all good.
It's all good.
We're unfazed. Like we get it. Like we've been down this road before. Like it's online. This is where online's different than in person. But even in person, every time you're switching like settings, it happens. There's a lull, and that's why we most of the time just kind of role play. But we're kind of just waiting because one, I need some liquor.
And we've all been in the seat, dear Connor, so don't worry. We're quite accepting and quite understanding.
You also see a little robot dog.
I love him.
His name is Ganon.
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 Never forget.
Never forget.
Is that dog dead?
It's a
A
robot, dog.
Okay.
named Ganon.
So cute. So cute.
Ganon.
Hmm. What do we take in from the house? I would be very interested in the house, particularly if any flies were present, because I would like to clear it of any nuisances. You know.
Jim,
I-
I'll tell you what.
Talk about a loaded question.
I need you to give me a perception check,
Okay.
and it's going to be a very high check.
I'm not gonna lie. So like I was trying a new move with the Great Earl was trying a new move. He's a little embarrassed in front of Skunkbog to drop his weapon like that. He wants to prove his prowess as a warrior. A 5. Give you a 5.
There is one fly, and it's making you look like a fool right now.
I'm gonna get that. I'm like hyper focused on it. I'm like an ADHD kid on
Roll
Ritalin.
for it.
I rolled a natural 2 plus 4.
You missed the fly, and it's doing circles around you. And Skunkbug looks at you, and he's like, "We have a fly swatter,
I know I skunk my dear skunk bug. I am
Fred.
the fly swatter. Fred, don't
Fred,
Fred, we don't need you. We don't need you, Fred.
Fred. There's a fly.
Fred.
Please,
Fred, no.
Fred's gonna try and grab it.
Please don't, Fred. You don't have to do that.
Fred rolled a natural 15. He just
Skunk bug, you must understand my pride as a warrior. That was just so disrespectful. Fred, but I have the utmost respect for your prowess as a fly killer. You would do great in my tribe. I
there is a frog, a horse, and a fairy at your door, master.
You would
Please.
do great at my tribe.
I didn't know you had such skilled warriors here, Skunkbug.
Please.
Tell me. Second question
I need some oil.
is, I have never. I also need a drink.
And
Can I pet the puppy?
Bombus, I want you to roll a strength check.
No.
You are very excited.
He's
for this
just a
puppy.
boy.
No.
You're like a kid, and I'm afraid you're gonna donkey.
You're gonna mice and mend this.
I got a 16.
You're pulling a little too hard. Like one eye blinks at a time, and Fred goes, "Please stop touching the dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please, just."
I stop, but I still stand like close to it, just admiring it. I'm not paying attention to the house at all. I'm hyper fixated on this dog.
So,
All right.
Professor
Well,
Oak,
with my 3 brain cells, I'm going. um, so, um, not a high intelligence party. Okay. My dear Professor Rogue, it's lovely to meet you. We've already met your associate Skunkbug here, but and Fred, it's lovely to meet you as well. Bombus, may I borrow the letter from you, my dear centaur?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. I hand you the letter.
Thank you. Thank you, Bombus. You're a dear friend. And I'll take the letter and I'll hover over to Professor Oak and I'll say introductions are in order. I am none such of hooves and hops, and I'll hand him the letter.
He reads it. Oh, so you're the okay. Um, he hands the letter back because I was not expecting this. This is different.
What do you mean by that, Professor Oak? Might
It
might I
means
say I
it
am the
means
great Earl Thunderbore.
he was expecting much smaller or not as well to do figures in his door frame.
I
He wasn't
mean,
expecting such grandeur. I'm sure that was it. But
I,
please allow us to introduce the other members of Hooves and Hops.
I'm just concerned about that when he points at the frog. He's like, his natural prey is a fly, and he missed.
He's
Hmm.
had a rough day.
It has been a long journey, and I am the great Earl Thunderbore. I adjust my
Uh
robe.
huh.
Mm. And so yes, normally it's okay to show a little humility in front of some guests and allow your great and wonderful Fred, who honestly, between him and Skunkbog, I do not understand why this arcane problem has not been resolved at all with such esteemed company and great fighters within your own household. They have kept it, and I look around at this. Is this house clean? Like relatively
Oh,
clean?
it's great. It is
And
like
I'm like,
pristine.
and seeing how spotless it is and very few flies, it stresses him out a little bit because he's hungry. And he's like, it's just the spotlessness of your own domain. I can't imagine that with your help and our great prowess as the Hooves and Hops LLC, we will bring back the same splendor that these city streets could be clean once again.
You see Fred, and he's shaking his robot head. It's just shaking his head back and forth.
We really need to get Fred some oil.
And Professor Oak invites you guys in. He goes, I bet you guys have had a long day. Please come in, enjoy a meal.
Oh, before we get to the meal, we need to introduce you to Bombus.
That's exactly right. There's one more introduction
I
in order.
I put the pieces together with the horse.
No, look, you should meet him.
Okay, I'll meet the half horse man.
It's a centaur. They're pretty common.
Yeah, I'm still bewildered by the frog. Does
That's
he
all right,
speak?
Bombus. Whenever you're ready.
Bombus. Yeah, Bombus.
Oh, Bombus has been trying to play with the dog the whole time.
Just like slowly reaching down.
Well, he like pulled like a spare piece of like leather out of his like one of his pockets, his many pockets, and he's like trying to play tug of war with it.
Fred just lowers your hand every time you get near the dog.
It's like he's just so cute. It's like he's wonderful. And then he looks up and goes, "Oh, hi. Um, I'm
Hello?
I'm uh yeah, I'm Hooves and we're part of Bombus and Hops. I mean, I'm Bombus and I'm part of Hooves and Hops." It's nice to meet you, Professor Oak.
Yeah. It's great to meet you, Bombus.
Thanks.
Right. Well, thank you, Bombus.
Uh,
We appreciate you dearly.
You know what? Just come inside. I got some oats at the table.
You have oats? Did you hear
Yep.
that, none such?
I did. I did. He's cut oats for you. That's so considerate.
Let's
Oats are
hand.
my favorite.
I'll get the body to the lab, and I will meet you at the dinner table.
I immediately go to the dinner table. Plop, 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 plop.
Okay. Dinner
I
table.
follow, but also look over my shoulder back at the dog.
Pompous is like, come on, come on.
Please, please.
Please.
As we're kind of walking through to the kitchen, I will Nunsuch will kind of uh, he'll just kind of slowly cast druidcraft and like drop flowers at our feet, just as we're kind of making our entrance through the door, and just kind of like looking around and kind of inspecting things, looking at the art on the walls, just kind of investigating, but just kind of subtly bling, 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 like as he goes.
Bombus pulls out his little chomper thing and starts picking the flowers up right behind Nunsuch and putting them back in his bag. Just the blue ones.
What's on the dinner table? I immediately am just looking for food. I'm starving.
This is a well garnished meal. Like, this is probably going to be the best eating of your life.
Like more than one fly.
More than one fly.
Crickets, my dude.
No way.
Crickets.
If they got fish, I'll eat the fish. I'll be like,
So,
I want to look at skunk bug, and I'll be like, my dear skunk bug, Lord skunk bug, if you will.
uh-huh.
Can we eat, or should we wait for Professor Oak? I would love to partake in this meal before it grows cold.
We can eat.
Oh, thank goodness! I latch my tongue out at whatever the nearest food item is, particularly a fish.
Are you like Jar Jar Binks in that Star Wars movie? He's like,
Yeah, I'm just-
So,
It's like Yoshi, blah blah blah.
as you guys are eating, you hear back down.
It's the uptown room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, not such. I think there's an up down room.
I'll kind of I'll look over to Skunk Bog, just kind of expectantly to see if he offers any explanation or even like looks up from his food.
He's just eating.
Okay, I'll kind of look around the room then and just kind of see if I like hear any sign of like where that noise came from.
What's Fred doing? Do I see Fred?
Fred was picking up the flowers that was being dropped.
Oh, they'll go away after a couple seconds.
Fred doesn't know that.
He doesn't.
Oh,
know
okay.
that.
So he's like sitting there with like a little dustpan.
Mhm.
Yep.
it's okay, Bombus didn't either.
Yeah, that's fair.
My dear Fred, what'd you do with that fly? Your prey, your slayed foe.
It is gone.
I just sink my head down real low, go back to eating. I'm upset, sullen. Wanted a little treat.
So, what do we do now?
Oh, skunk. Well, maybe we should get to know our host a little more. When will Professor Oak return, Skunk Bog?
You see him walk back through this little door. He's at the head of the table now, across from Nunsuch.
Professor Oak, it's so great to see you. We're so glad and grateful for your hospitality. Or at least I am.
Yeah, thank you for the food.
Yeah, dig in. Help yourself to food, wine, water, whatever you want.
So perhaps this is the elephant in the room, but I do feel a bit of a moral obligation to ask, Professor, where I couldn't help but notice that we brought a body back with us, one that we had knocked out upon meeting in the road. Um, what's going? Uh, well, one, what's going to happen to that individual? Two, it appeared as though that individual fired a ball of fire at us, and so it seems as though this individual might have been under arcane, and Skunkbug was kind enough to point it out to us and show us a vial. So I'm curious if that's a part of your research, and if so, is there a way that maybe we could assist or otherwise be a part of it?
Sounded like you didn't trust me there, bringing a body back, huh? You know what?
Um,
I get it. I understand. If you would like to see my laboratory, I can surely show you.
um, being candid with you, Professor Oak, we've only just met, and seeing the state of the rest of the southern half of the city, and then seeing, well, at least your front door, the estate itself, it does put you in a bit of a precarious instance, doesn't it? Where you seem well fortified and well staffed. The rest of the city is under a maddening effect of a loose cannon drug.
Yeah, this would be, under any other normal person's circumstances, a great bout of people to take advantage of.
I understand. But who do you think sent the request for help?
We have I have no idea. I got
Since Skunkbug can't read, and
yeah.
well, and since we were sent here to find him, I'm a bit curious myself that it might be you. Since my wisdom score is a 20, I have a feeling I can kind of nail some of these details out. But I do have a sneaking suspicion that maybe there's a bit more to the puzzle than meets the eye.
Well, if you would like to see the body, you sure can.
Absolutely.
May I ask a follow-up question?
Of course.
Um, do you are you well aware of how do I phrase this? If Skunkbug was not his legal name, how would you be the one who would know about it?
Yes. And I also know about his son, Gunkbog.
Hmm.
Yeah, speaking of that, when that gets brought up, I would like to uh kind of look around see if there's any traces of a child here, whether it be like a child's toys or if there was like half-eaten food at the table that's like made for a child or anything like that. Just anything that would be remnants to show that maybe there was a child here.
Roll investigation.
That's a natural 16 plus 1, so 17.
You do not see anything related to a child.
Skunkbog, where is Gunkbog? Your child, your beloved son.
I don't know. That's why I'm on this side of the wall. Yep, I'm trying to find him.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Maybe,
Yep, wife's dead, child's gone.
you must have a
Live.
lot of free time.
I sure do.
Professor Oak, I have a question too.
Horseman, Bombus.
Yeah. Do you have a wife and child on the other side of the wall?
No, I did not have a wife and child, but I think of Skunkbug here as my own son.
I'm not surprised he doesn't have a wife. 100%.
Oh, okay.
He
Prefer-
goes, Earl, I would love to show you something.
This is
Well,
called
before
the potion of social politeness, aka the potion of sensitivity. You drink it and then you die.
well, before that, Professor Oak, who made all this food?
Fred,
Fred, a man, a warrior, and a chef. My greatest of thanks to Fred. Yes, what would you like to show me?
he goes, follow me.
Okay. No hesitation. I follow. As I'm following him, though, I do want to ask. I was like, Professor Oak. I have a serious question.
I would like to do this one at a time with people.
Okay. And I go. I do just want to ask as I'm following Professor Oak, and I go, what are you a professor of?
Chemistry.
Interesting.
I would like Brandon, you to take off your headset. And since G's not here, it's just me and you, Jim.
Okay.
You still follow him?
Yeah, of course.
You guys walk in, okay, to a little thing over here. Still
Am I
follow?
getting? Am I getting any bad vibes? Like, is he being shifty at all? Like, as
Oh,
I'm following him?
insight.
12.
No shifty vibes.
Okay, yeah, I just keep following along.
Well,
Professor Oak, you have the most amazing house within the absolute uh, devastation of this half of the city.
and he goes, "Yeah, that's great." And he proceeds to take you in the up down room.
Oh, what is this? What is this
Michael,
room?
Michael, I need you to take your headset off. I need you to make a wisdom save.
I have to make a wisdom save?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
I rolled a 3 and then a 2.
You
So a total of 4.
you start screaming.
Ah! Whoa!
Headset back on. Roll a perception check, Michael.
21.
You hear screaming.
Whose?
Me.
Earl's.
Am I still at the table?
Yeah.
Is anyone else with me?
None such. We gotta wait for him to get back, though.
Well, I would say I probably grab him and I run to where the scream was.
Okay.
Sorry, I gallop. I apologize.
I'll move you guys over there. And like, you hear screaming, and then you hear crying. I'll move you guys. You're on the far right of the house, okay?
Gotcha. I have my short sword drawn. And I'm galloping down there. With
Okay.
none such. Hold on, Great Earl! Bombus is coming!
Help!
I only did this because you were being rude to Professor Oak.
I was not rude to Professor Oak. I was rude to Skunk Mog, maybe.
I don't think you were rude, you were just impolite.
I don't think so. I thanked him for his
You
food.
called him a great warrior. No, you called Fred a great warrior.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I was sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have kids? Y'all are just breaking this old man.
He's not pleasant.
He offered you food.
Yeah, but he wasn't pleasant about it. I have no regrets. I did.
No, you played your character perfect.
Yeah, I think I did fine.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I think this is a very normal consequence.
What do you do?
I got put in the uptown room.
I made him roll a wisdom check and he got a 2 and a 3.
He's not very wise. I always play just like impolite characters, don't I?
Dude, I
So,
love it.
Like every
What?
time.
Like, you're impolite, but you're sincere.
Yes.
It's like, hey, I'm a good person. I'm just not socially kind.
I always play just socially inept characters, especially when I got low charisma.
Hmm.
Because that's always how I interpret low charisma. It's never uh, like I don't know. It's more like how knowledgeable or like what's your social intelligence. Like for me, charisma sometimes is just social intelligence.
I think it's that because there's also people that are like, "Oh, I think I'm the greatest person in the world," but the Christmas shit, and people are like, "No, you're an asshole,"
Yeah,
but they don't. But
exactly.
they don't know it.
Yeah, like the Great Earl.
Mm.
Are you
Well,
guys having
that's
fun?
sort of, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I like that I'm in the up down room. I found it. The forbidden chamber. I'm in the chamber of secrets, dude.
Bombus is coming.
Bombus. Bombus.
I just imagine he does the run where like his chest is out, and
Yeah.
he's like, Bombus is coming.
I do like the characters because I feel like I'm gonna vibe with Skunk Fog.
Yeah.
I do like Professor Oak. I think he's funny. Like, because like his nature makes sense. Like, as he's not like it makes sense. He's not friendly. We're such a off-putting band
Yeah.
of characters. So like, I'm like, he's totally valid, and he's just like, this is my help. This is what I got to deal with,
Hmm.
and like, I like this stuff as like a consequence because probably it will change some of like the Great Earl's like behavior. Because if he's never checked, he's never gonna change.
Hmm. You know, sometimes people in the party just like they do things just need to be checked. You know.
Yeah, and it's a normal check. It's like, oh, this is what this character would do when you do this at his table. Like that's not what you should do at his
Yeah.
table. And the Great Earl will be like, all right, I won't do that again. Like,
Yeah. Like sometimes the vampire wants the sucky suck and he kills you,
absolutely not.
and
That's
then you
not.
gotta punch him. You just
That's
gotta keep him
not.
in line.
Not an equivalent. That was so handbookish, my guy.
That was so funny.
You let him suck you dry, dude.
Yeah. I really thought I'd become a vampire.
Why did you trust him? He tried to suck you in your sleep.
I don't know. I just did. But hey, it was the consequence of my actions.
I always told him to go like eat something else.
Mm.
I was like, Asterion, you cannot
So
suck me.
the way my character is too, I'm also like my blood is like the best. So
Right.
like so if you have my blood, he's gonna be even stronger, right?
Fair.
Like
Fair.
that's the mindset. I didn't know he's gonna suck me dry. It's like, oh, like he went overboard. And I'm like, look, I get it. Sometimes you spar and you like go a little overboard. Like, I get it. Shit
Okay,
happens.
Brandon,
Yes.
Bombus grabbed you and he brought you over to the right side of the house.
Okay.
Okay.
I
And
heard. Oh, go on.
you heard screaming and then proceeded to hear crying.
From me, the Great
Oh.
Earl.
And then as you all get there, something rises up from the floor. And it's Professor Oak and Earl from the up down room.
Oh no. Anything but that.
He goes, I was just showing him my up down room. I didn't realize we had a baby frog.
I'm shakily holding my short sword, and I'm like, did did you hurt Great Earl, Professor Oak?
Mentally, yes.
No, Professor Oak did no wrong, Professor Oak. I understand.
Roll
But why?
deception.
Why? But why?
I thought you'd like the up down room.
I rolled a natural 2.
They know you were scared shitless.
Oh,
And
I
you-
wasn't trying to hide how scared I was. I was like, why? But like, why'd you do it? Like, my professor. And I'm like dazed. I'm like wobbling out of the up down room. I get
I,
down on all fours back in my primal state.
I go over and I don't touch you, but I like hover
Oh,
my hands over you.
Bombus, don't touch me. You know I'm lethal.
No, it's okay. Our friendship is stronger than your poison.
It absolutely is not.
Do you touch him?
I
Bombus, as a friend, do you touch him?
He probably did.
I I'm
Roll.
like, because I'm scared, I'm leaking more than usual.
It's a constitution.
Yeah, Constitution.
What's the D? Oh, it doesn't matter.
It's a 12.
I got an 8.
Okay.
No, I got a 7.
Okay, I'll roll the 2d12. You take 4 points of poison damage.
That's fine. Yeah, I like it. I get a little sick to my stomach, a little queasy, but I hope because you probably don't get it as much, I'd imagine, but it's like Bombus is trying to put all his care and like love into like he's there for you.
I'm so
Like, he's
touch
got you.
starved.
Yeah, just like it's that holy, like it's just like touch the shoulders, like make sure you're okay.
I'm reoriented. I feel like I go, Bumpus, I appreciate the effort, but please release me for your own sake. Professor Oak, I apologize for any grievances I may have caused you to have
Uh-huh.
made me endure the great up and down room. But also, it was such a unique experience. I would never do it again, ever in my life.
Bombus, would you like to go in the up-down room?
No, thank you.
None such.
We have to grow. Our mental resiliency must grow. I would advise everyone to go in the up down room, even if you cry.
Roll
Looking at
persuasion.
yeah, I'll take the persuasion into consideration. So looking at, I'll roll it against how stubborn I am.
5.
All right, I'll take that into consideration. Um, l- looking at the normal looking little closet. Um, do we have to use the up down room to get down to the basement or to the laboratory?
He shrugs. He goes,
Professor,
maybe.
Professor Oak, this is your own house. Do you not know if you have stairs or not?
Oh, I know.
He's trying to tempt me. You see, I hover as my main mode of transportation, and so moving up and down is not something that I would say is beyond my normal grasp. You know, I'm one of strong mind. I will accept your challenge in the up-down room.
Okay, but you can't hover.
I now would like to back down from the challenge of the up-down room.
I will. No, none such. I will go with you. I will endure this once again with you together.
All right. I will. I'll drop down all the way to the ground, and I'll start walking through. And it's like these tiny, tiny little legs, and so I just kind of like, I just kind of like walk into the up down room, kind of like
I,
hop over like the little threshold, like hop.
I go back in.
I need you to give me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Before that happens, Bombus like stamps his feet nervously, and he doesn't want to be left out, but he also like doesn't really want to go either. And then he's like, "Okay, I'm coming." He'll gallop in, but he's gonna grab Nunsuch's hand. He's gonna kneel down on one knee and grab it.
Am I still at disadvantage on the wisdom
Yeah.
save? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we all have to roll it?
Oh, yeah.
Disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
Never mind. I rolled a 2 again.
I got a 3 plus 3, 6.
I got a 4 total.
Brandon.
I rolled a disadvantage, a 1 and a 2. So with my wisdom plus 7, so that'll be an 8 total, but a natural 1.
This is the worst fear. For Earl, This is the second worst fear. The first time,
doing it the first time was the only thing worse.
yeah.
I know what to expect this time. It still just messes with me
No,
so
he,
much.
he went down first. You went up this time.
No, I would. This isn't how it goes, Professor Oak.
I
This is
wasn't
how
ready!
No, Professor
None
Oak, this is not.
None such. You start screaming and praying to gods you didn't even know existed.
So
You're switching teams.
none such as reaction to this is one of pure terror, but what comes out of his mouth is absolute fucking ecstasy. Like he starts screaming for like he's on a roller coaster. Like he is not having a good time, but it's that scream of like terror that you know you can't stop it, so you might as well just do it. And so he's just like just losing his shit. And obviously he's still holding onto Bombus's hand. He's squeezing your hand so tight and it feels like probably like a gentle chip clip on your finger. Like
You bring up a good point. Bombus, roll a strength check for holding. None
No,
such
he's
as it.
he's just holding my finger.
Oh,
Like
your
I'm not power gripping him. Like,
thank God. Kill him.
yeah, I have like my finger out, and he's just like like a little kid that like holds on to it.
Bombus, how do you react to the up down room? This is
Just-
the worst fear you've ever experienced. People have fought at you, but this is worse.
Just his eyes are so tight. He shut his eyes like immediately. Like he walked in, just like closing his eyes, like on a roller coaster where you go to the very top and you don't look around, but it's falling, and he's just like he's so tense. He's a statue, and like tears are like coming out of his eyes. His heart is like thundering, like, and he's just it's just that pure terror, just pure terror. But his terror is like instead of screaming and like it's all exterior from none such, his is all internal. Like he just holds it in, and he's just frozen in fear.
Okay. He takes you back down to the main level. And he's like, that wasn't so bad, right?
I'm like 2 hands against the wall corner.
He goes, yes, there's another way down besides the up down room.
Professor Oak, why would you lie to us in such a manner?
It's like you said, great Earl, mental strength. Don't
Fair
you feel
point.
stronger? Don't you feel stronger?
Maybe in the morning.
Laying on his back, just flat on the bottom of this roller coaster elevator, the up down room. I'm None such as just laying there with his eyes closed. After having gone up and then come back down, he's experienced both directions now. He is now going. He's just like laying there, just flat on the ground, and he goes, "I don't think that was a right good display of my mental fortitude.
We can go again.
I'm not sure if I can. I think I might perish."
Would you all like to see the lab?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Okay, we will
absolutely,
not go
Professor.
there with the up down room.
Okay, that'd be nice.
So he's gonna take you guys.
As we like leave, I'll look back at the up down room door, and I'll just do a little like, "Illustrate, my greatest foe, I depart thee now. Keep me strong."
I want to whisper over as we're making our way to the lab. I want to be like, none such. You may have to double down on your illustrate devotion. I think some things came out of you that shouldn't have.
I'm not proud of what happened in there, but
I,
I'm glad there was a limited number of witnesses.
I'm always glad when the witnesses are lower.
As you guys walk past the main lobby, you hear Fred just go, Uh, uh.
Man, when are you guys? I talked to Professor. I go, Professor Oak, do you not hear how creaky he is? He really needs that oil.
Uh-huh.
High end party man.
So he takes you to this blue little pad over here, and then he whispers something, and then you all will be transported. So,
I'm too lost in the sauce from the up down room to even try and perceive what he said.
so sorry. Boom. This is where he takes you next. Sorry, it's a little small.
Oh, it looks good. Your maps are fire, dude.
But he goes, please follow me. And he just pretty much walks all the way around to up here.
Cool. I follow.
Okay.
Bam. So did we come out of this thing?
No, you came out over here.
Oh, okay.
But like you came across here. Actually, I'm gonna move him. That looks
Dude, none such got thinner. You looking sleek.
I had to make him taller.
Look at that. That up down room really did something to you.
So he goes, this is where I keep, people who are addicted to arcane. And as you look in each one of these cells, there's a person. You see red, you see blue, you see green coming off of these people.
So, Professor Oak, why? Uh, i I understand you're a professor of chemistry. Why study the anatomical physiology of these individuals whenever you could just study the arcane chemistry in itself?
We have to understand how the properties work with this drug. They're mental, they're physical, before we can actually develop a cure for it.
Interesting. So, do you allow them to awake and see what it does to them, or do you look internally?
For the ones that don't survive recovery, I look internally.
Is this survive and recovery? Is that
There has been a fatality rate with some of these.
Oh, I would imagine so. They seem to if they fought amongst themselves, throwing around fireballs and such, I could see how many of them could die. Do they die just from the drug or from fighting? The aggressiveness, is that fairly normal?
I've seen some die from the drug.
Okay, like too much?
Too much.
How much is too much?
Want to find out? No, I'm kidding.
You want to fuck around and find out?
We're gonna do some FAF. I do want to inspect the different colors. Like I would be looking at the bodies. I'm highly intrigued.
Okay. Which one do you go look at?
I want to look at the green one.
Okay. We'll say that's this one then. Okay. And as you look, it's just remember the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie when they have to gather those
goo.
creatures, and then it's like you see that little glass window Leonardo's in.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's like that.
Iconic.
Iconic. So you look
I-
in there and you see like this isn't a solid, it's a gas that's coming off of them. Like it's evaporating up in the air, just this green smoke.
Is
And
Yeah, I'm immediately intrigued. I go, so are all of these Professor Oak, are all these different effects? Is this one noxious in many cases?
this would
Acidic?
be considered poisonous.
Okay.
Like your mucus, but in a gaseous form instead of a liquid.
Interesting. Did it start all as different strains, or has it evolved over time?
Well, so far I only know of the three strands: lightning, fire, and poison.
Interesting. I'll
I, I
I will continue looking. I'm sure my compatriots may have other questions. I've never seen such a facility like this. This is far beyond much more. You are much more esteemed than I ever could have imagined. You know, I dare not touch anything here. It's very respectable.
And he goes, now, when people take these, there's a there's two types that'll happen. Either more of a bolt or more of a ball if they attack. So, um, and like you saw, well, skunk bugs down there. I didn't add them in there. I'm sorry, but he said that strand we fought up at the top, that was a lower class fireball. It could have been a fire bolt if it was a first strand.
So you've uh how long has this been going on for you to have been able to at least get enough information to divvy them up into you have found three strands, you have divvied them up into classes where like they initially start with a firebolt and then they have lower class fireball and moving forward, how has this moved fairly quickly or has it been this is just something that has grew over time gradually?
It started out small, and I need everyone to roll an insight check real quick.
I'm gonna
I
try a
got a
different dice.
I got a 10.
5.
21.
Woo!
So,
Excuse
Bombus
me.
and Earl, you think whatever he's telling you is the full truth. None such, you know that he's not letting in all the details. But he says that there were only a few with this case that first started it, and we don't know much more than that.
So he's saying that there was just a few, or maybe even just one patient zero, and he doesn't know very much about that, but it started growing pretty rapidly from there.
Correct.
Okay. Um, so kind of detecting a little bit of hesitation or a little bit of like a tick in the voice or something like that. Um, I'll follow up and just kind of just out of general curiosity, obviously this is the nature of the work that we're doing where we're investigating this a bit more. um has your research given you any any conclusive evidence on where the source of the arcane may be coming from?
I know there were two sources at one point. Well, one was the military, and two, someone has tried to recreate the drug, but it has worse side effects.
Where is the location of the military? Is it on
It's,
this side of the city?
it will be back on the other side of the city.
Hmm.
It's actually back over to the lighthouse.
Why would that not have been gated off if we think, especially you, it seems to be prime in the research of this drug, have seen that to be the origin source. Why not get that off?
Well, we tried to contain it to the island so it wouldn't get out, but someone took the research and tried to develop something to sell on the streets.
Hmm.
What do you mean we? What do you mean development? As far as we understood, this was like an outbreak. Are you saying you developed this?
And none such it clicks with you that he was part of this project for the
Mhm.
military.
Yeah. Kind of hearing that and kind of clicking it, I'll kind of nod to Great Earl and say, You're exactly right, Great Earl. He was on the project itself, so he was working with the military. So was it a moral obligation that you took the research from here, or from the military base?
Well, the goal was to create a super soldier with this arcane to help fight against the wars. But project went wrong, and as you see what's happened, some got out. Then I would say some other scientists have spread arcane across the city.
So you believe that either. So did you take the original formula with you when you left?
I helped develop it. I didn't know all of it, but to a point of where it would give them magical properties. But you see the side effects that has been going on.
I
So what?
understand. My question, I guess, is more um, if the spin off is the one with the dangerous side effects, um, then that's probably, is that the one that's still being produced from your research? And if so, do you know where it's being produced? And if not, who's on the top of your list?
Oh, that's a wonderful question and such. That was exactly what I wanted to know. Who would be able to infiltrate a military base, take this, and then even be able to have the knowledge of chemistry to even attempt to recreate such a drug?
Well,
Because it sounds to me like if it's the military who's still pumping this out and testing it on civilians until they get it right, and you're trying to fight against it with something like the original formula or something like that, um, then that's a different conversation. But if we go on a wild goose chase and then end up back here, finding out that it was you who was recreating it the whole time, trying to find a cure, and in fact you were just producing it, well, that's going to be an entirely different conversation. And it's not, I'll just say it's not going to be entirely pretty.
well, I can assure you the military isn't doing it. We do have a lead um, to a certain bar, and the bar he tells you is called Featherfall.
That's actually a really good name for a bar.
It is a good name. Okay, well, that's a good direction, and I apologize for threatening you, and I hope no offense is taken, but you have to understand that sort of business that we're in is investigate, and then occasionally those investigations do end in a bit of a strong arm situation.
I understand completely.
So we go to Featherfall. We look in to see if they're still producing this. Um, we see if there's one of your scientist buddies there who's still working on creating an off-brand, a great value arcane, if you would. Um, you're sure the military isn't still doing it. Um, so is that then? Is that all we need to know before we go barging into Featherfall?
Get some rest tonight before you do anything.
My I have one question before. Do you believe Featherfall obviously is your lead. Do you believe that to be more of a distribution center where people do drops off and pickups because it would be easy to hide in bottles or just go up to and get service and be able to get the drug, or do you think that's an actual place where stuff is being made? What makes it the first lead, or what do you think about it, Professor Oak?
We believe that this is where the drug is being distributed the most. We believe there's an underground area under Featherfall. It's not just a tavern. It's there's more to it.
And is this from like mumbling last words of some of your prisoners, or how did you come across this information?
Actually, Skunkbog found it.
I 100% am with it now. Not in character, that's his mental monologue. He's like, well,
Mhm.
I trust Skunkbog.
Mm, okay.
He's got a son on the line.
Yeah. So, um, I'll turn to Bombus and I'll say, "Dear Bombus, you're the wisest of them all. I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts on this."
Man, Bombus has had PTSD ever since the up down room. Just like pale in the face, just
Still
the,
feeling that
the
vertigo.
that 1,000-yard stare. Just like he just goes, up down room is so bad. It's a bad, bad place.
um, yes, I couldn't agree more. The Uptown Room is truly hell on this plane. Um, Bombus, have you caught much of what we're currently discussing?
Oh, yeah, military did a bad thing, and now we gotta go find who stole the secret formula at Featherfall, right?
That's exactly right. What are your thoughts on the matter? Do you have any? Do you? What does your keen insight tell you?
I think Arcane's bad, and we should stop it, because it's hurting people.
Hmm, fair enough.
I
Yes,
don't think I don't think it matters at this point who did what or why, but we just need to put a stop to it now.
hmm, simple as syrup, I suppose. Um, well, you heard the man, Professor Oak. Whatever dark deeds you've done in the time, perhaps we set that aside in the name of mutual interest. No.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more.
I'll kind of nod to Bombus and, as always, your counsel. Um, all right. Well, I've seen enough of this terrifying, frankly, horrible place. Um, I'd be I'd be interested in that rest you mentioned, and then I think Featherfall was a great place to start in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he takes you guys back up. Oh, didn't do that. And then he just kind of computer's freaking out.
Oh no.
And then he just kind of directs you to Bombus. I'll just move you over there.
Yeah.
There's a bed and stuff over here for you guys to sleep in. One big bed.
Oh, we're on the other side.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Mhm.
you're fine.
I have this on like split screen, so the map only shows up halfway on mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's on me.
So, anything else before you guys take a nap? Nappy nap? It's actually a full rest, but
Right.
Mhm.
Long rest. Long
long
rest.
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 I think that's it for me. Um, I don't have much else to do. I before I do go to bed, I will and I'll kind of curl up at the foot of the bed, just kind of down at the base, and I'll kind of have a little cuddle puddle of like maybe two pillows that I form into a little wee nest. But before I do that, I'll set out some candles on the floor and I'll light them and say a quick prayer to Illustrate, and just say. Dear Illustrae, Silver Moth, Lady of the Night, thank you for guiding us to this day. Thank you for keeping us dry and safe and warm, except for a great Earl who you keep damp and wet and and cold. But we appreciate you, and we appreciate you keeping us on this path and watching over us. I'm not sure what lies ahead of us, but I'm gonna do my best, and I'm trying to walk your path as best I can. I faced my greatest foe today, Illustrator. The up-down room was truly terrifying, and some things came out of my mouth, screams of the damned I've never heard before. I don't regret facing my fear, but I do regret my response to it. Please forgive me. In your name, Illustrator. Amen. And then I'll curl up in my little pillow fort.
Give me an Arcana roll real quick.
Arcana?
Yeah.
So good at Arcana. 8.
You don't hear anything.
You want religion instead?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh, it's a little bit better. It's a 10. If I use the same roll and just add 2 more to it.
You hear more.
What did I hear?
More.
More?
Yep.
Oh,
That's
dear, let's stray. I'm not sure how much more of the up-down room I can take. Oh, no. All right. I'll do my very best. Thank you. Thank you, my dear lady.
Okay.
I'll curl up in my wee little pillow fort and I'll go to sleep.
Would you guys like to keep going or end it here?
I probably need to end it here. I'm very tired.
I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
This was good.
Everyone, take a level up.
Oh,
Yeah!
hell yeah.
Level up. Doing great, dude.
Dude, that was awesome. That was a good time.
That was very fun. That was very fun.
All right, y'all. I'm multi-classing. I'm just kidding.
Already.
Ranger.
Do it.
Do it.
Alrighty, let's go grab it.
Hey.
Michelle!
We were just wrapping up.
Michelle, we're
Alright.
level 4.
We're level 4
Hi.
now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
It's a big deal.
Gross.
How was your
I'm 4
walk?
inches.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Hang on. Wait a minute.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Connor just said something gross. Hi, Michelle.
She says hi.
Tell her I said a special hi.
Brandon said a very special hi.
Hi, Brandon.
It was a best friend hi.
Oh, of course, it was this friend. I gotta get this right.
Yes. Excellent. What'd she say?
Remember the wildest shit Catherine told me tonight?
Yeah, hit me.
Her wedding, $58,000.
Oh my god.
Her sister's
Whose wedding?
$89,000.
So one of her friends she went to this thing with.
I said, did you get married in a palace? And she said, no, it was a garden wedding.
A garden?
A garden?
Was it the Garden of Eden? Did they have to fight the angel at the gate? God damn.
I guess so. For $58,000.
All right, Finn. Jeez. All right, I gotta go take the bubbies out.
All right.
Alrighty.
Bye. Have a good evening.
Love
Yeah,
y'all.
Michael.
Great job, Connor. You're the
Yeah,
goat.
great session.
Yes, great session.
Until next time.
Night, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I think I'm gonna take the alert feat after
wanna-
going through the up-down room.
You want to stop the stream?
Oh yeah, I can stop the stream.